Hello everyone. Today we'll be reading about inductive effect. To understand inductive effect, I would like to cite to you some example. All right? So see, over here I have two atoms of carbon over here. All right? Now, these two carbon atoms they are quite similar and hence this makes that their electronegativity would be same, isn't it? But in this case if you notice that I have taken one carbon atom and one halogen atom, all right? So what happens, the electronegativity between these two species varies and hence it results in something special. So as you can see, I have mentioned over here that in the first case, what happens, there is the same electronegativity and hence the whole compound is non-polar in nature. However, in the second example, there is a difference in electronegativity, hence a partial negative charge develops near the halogen species and a partial positive charge develops near the carbon atom, alright? And hence we say that this compound is polar in nature, all right? So this polarity in the covalent bond, as it's evident these all are covalent bonds, right? So the polarity in the covalent bonds is the sole reason for exhibiting inductive effect, all right? Now I have mentioned over here that this compound in which two dissimilar atoms are present shows inductive effect, all right? Why two dissimilar atoms can only be taken for exhibiting of inductive effect? See, because when two dissimilar atoms are present, only then it results in the difference in electronegativity of the two atoms, all right? Hence we can define inductive effect or I effect as the permanent displacement of sigma electrons. You got to underline this thing, okay? So the permanent displacement of sigma electrons towards the more electronegative atom due to the polarity produced in the covalent bond. All right. So to understand it in a more clear way, I have taken one more example over here. So as we all know that Cl would be more electronegative negative than the carbon. So a partial negative charge forms in this case, and in the first carbon atom a partial positive charge gets formed. All right. Now what happens over here, as we all know that a dipole moment is produced something like this, okay? So this is partial positive, so it takes electrons from the second carbon atom, and so over here two partial positive charge gets formed, okay? Similarly, three partial positive charges get formed in case of the third carbon, and in case of the fourth carbon four partial positive charges get formed, all right? So over here what is happening, you can see that as the distance between the substituent and the carbon atom is increasing, the inductive effect slowly decreases, all right? So what do we say? We say that the inductive effect is transmitted along a carbon chain. However, it tends to weaken beyond the third carbon. All right, let's write the statement. Here I have written the statement: inductive effect is transmitted along a carbon chain but weakens steadily beyond the third carbon. And one more conclusion that we can draw is inductive effect is a permanent effect which can be observed in the form of dipole moments, okay? So far we have understood what inductive effect actually is, and now we are going to study about the two types of inductive effect, that is plus I effect and minus I effect. First, let's read about the plus I effect. The plus I effect is mainly exhibited due to the EDGs, that is electron donating groups, okay? So these groups, they basically release electrons towards the carbon atom. All right. So you can assume this and relate it with your daily life as being the carbon over here very poor, and the electron being and this EDG group being very generous and very kind hearted. So it basically gives money. Electron is the money over here, so it gives money, so much of money to the poor carbon atom. And the human tendency, as long as um, the the front person, they continue to give as much as money, the humans, they are satisfied because their selfish means are, they are just being fulfilled. So this carbon, they do not like to get away from the EDG. Okay, they love to be with the EDG because they give as much as electron as is needed by the carbon atom. So over here there's a sequence of increasing order of the EDGs that you can remember. Okay, then comes the minus psi effect, in which it is exhibited due to the electron withdrawing groups. Okay, so these electron withdrawing groups, they basically take away the electrons from the carbon atom. And because over here the groups, the withdrawing groups, they are taking away the electrons, taking away the money, the carbon, they, it just wants to get rid get rid of the EWGs, electron withdrawing groups, as soon as possible. All right. So over here another sequence of increasing order of the electron withdrawing groups is given over here that you can memorize. Now in order to understand these two things very clearly, I gotta draw some structure and take one example. So over here I have a carbon chain. Okay, and you can see the atom X, it's a electron withdrawing group. All right, so you can see how it withdraws the electron, and therefore there is a dipole moment that is created along this chain. Okay, so that's it. This was all about the inductive effect. Okay, and make sure you practice as much as questions on the on this topic. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.